Hello, I'm Tiffany, retired librarian turned homeschool mom, and in this video, we're going to look at one of my favorite films because I kind of like the squeaky. Uh, sorry, allergy season. I'm filming this in February, which apparently is allergy season. This is Addams Family Values. So this came out in 1993. Yes, I covered the original. It's loosely based on a comic and a TV show, though of course they changed some things. And this is more connection with the first film, The Addams Family. So what's going on here is Morticia and Gomez have a baby. Wednesday and her brother, Pugsley, there we go, are not happy. They want the baby dead. They're thinking about killing it and chopping off its heads with a guillotine. They hire a nanny who proceeds to seduce Fester, convinces the parents to send Wednesday and Pugsley off to some bizarre summer camp, and meanwhile at home, the nanny marries Fester because she's after his money. Somehow weird things go on in the house, and their slightly strange mustache Addams Family baby, who I believe is actually played by girls, turns into a curly-haired little angel, and the house kind of starts looking normal. Not for the Addams Family, but normal. And so you have the one thing that's going on is they're trying to figure out why on earth their baby is sick. Because to them, their child being a curly-haired child is sick, and Gomez is sick, and the nanny, who is now the sister-in-law, which is Debbie, has blocked off Fester and made him wear a wig, and interesting things are going on, and she hates him, he adores her. She's a serial killer. And yes, they have cards for that. Yes, that's part of the film, is they have cards for serial killers. So the other part is camp, which is this little favorite part of the film for me. It's a perky, lovely little stereotypical kumbaya type of camp. Now, I have never been to camp in my life. I grew up on a tropical island. And yeah, flying 5 hours to California to go to a camp was not something my parents were quite to pay for. Not to mention I had social anxiety and it turned out to be agoraphobia. So it would not have worked. So I have no idea what camps are like. And I don't think my husband does either. So, but it is a stereotypical camp in which you put Wednesday and Pugsley Addams. So they're basically, for some reason, they're throwing a Thanksgiving play. But Pugsley, of course, and Wednesday are not. They're not perky, they're not happy, they're not singing along. So them and another boy who's played by, what's the name of the character? I'm not going to pronounce his last name. Joel Glicker is the name of the character. It's played by David Krumholtz. I know the actor, I can't pronounce the name. He was in Numbers. He's known for being very smart. He was in the old TV show Numbers. He was the science brainy little brother. I just can't pronounce his last name. So he's kind of nerdy, and he's there with them. And they're forced into a happiness cabin of sorts and forced to watch Disney. Various different Disney films. And then Wednesday plans her revenge. So they're throwing a Thanksgiving play. This is where things go crazy. Basically, they lie. We're perky, we're happy, we're pretending. We're going to play Pocahontas in a Thanksgiving play in summer with all the disabled children, and Pugsley is a turkey. And basically, Wednesday comes on and it's like, I don't want to make bread with you. You're going to eventually destroy me, and talks about the reservations and everything. And of course, the perky girl who's, what is her character's name? I'm going to show her up. Amanda Buckman, I think. So yeah, that's the name of the character. The actress's name is Mercedes McNab. Yeah, she's freaking out. She'll freak out more. They start throwing flaming arrows and light things on fire, and You don't know what happens to Amanda. Eventually, they have her retainer. I don't think she only wears that at night. But nonetheless, and then they're roasting the camp counselors on a open fire with apples in their mouth. And this is, of course, they're put up with all the disabled kids are supposed to be the Native Americans. So it's a whole thing of, yeah, the disenfranchised are playing the Native Americans, and now we're taking over and setting things on fire. And then, of course, Pugsley and Wednesday leave because they have realized that their Uncle Fester has married a serial killer who known as the Black Widow. Where this going? So they get home. At one point in time, you see Fester at his new home with his wife, and she's been trying to kill him. She's like, desperately, and she's played by, who's the actress here? Joan Cusack. In a wig. A very bad wig at that, but again, that's kind of the point. And wearing white, and she's like she's throwing toasters in the bathtub and all sorts of things, and she can't kill Fester. And she's infuriated. So, because she wants his money, and that's what she's always done. And then she gets the entire family, has had them tied up to electrocute them in their attic, except for the baby. And then she's going over all her kills, falling downstairs. I don't think she poisoned anybody, but various things were made to look like accidents. I think she actually hit one with their cars, but yes, it's very unrealistic. It's very, very funny. And then somehow the baby gets better and turns back into crazy Addams Family baby and electrocutes her. Remember, this is Baby, played by girls, which is just, I'm sure there's a lot of, even though in 1993, I'm pretty sure there was something going on with this. But it's supposed to look creepy. It's designed that way. But this film is absolutely, utterly hilarious. And it's Addams Family values. I mean, you have Anjelica Huston, you have Raul Julia at his best. Apparently this is one of his favorite characters because he loved making kids happy. Fester is played by Christopher Lloyd, and you have Joan Cusack. Christina Ricci, who's playing, Wednesday Addams apparently was also one of her favorite characters to play. So, and you just have the host of characters, and it's absolutely hilarious. The camp counselors are played by Peter MacNicol and Christine Baranski. So, it's a decent cast, and it's just funny and over the top. And I will say always this, and I said this in my Addams Family values, the Addams Family video. Morticia and Gomez Addams are some of the best representations of a married couple you will find in film because they honestly love each other. As weird as they are, they love each other. They are a happy family. They love their children. Most small children don't, well, not intentionally plan to kill their baby siblings. So, but with guillotines, nor do they normally have guillotines in their attics and having hands walking down, and a cousin who's just completely covered in hair. Yes, cousin, it does in fact show up here. But it's absolutely hilarious. I consider it a family film. I do believe it's because of the whole serial killer thing. It's PG-13. Yeah, it's PG-13. It's about an hour and a half long. But still, this is literally one of my favorite family films. Depends on your children. Elementary school kids might like this, but it depends on your kids. Yeah, obviously, you have camp counselors over a spit, and they're lighting a camp on fire, and you have a woman who's trying to kill her husband and can't manage to do it. But it's very, very fun. It's very, 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 very funny. And actually a great film. If you're looking for something that's not creepy and scary for Halloween, this is it. If you're looking for great families on film, this is also good for it. Not to mention, there's probably some great effects in this, probably great practical effects. So, I love this film. So that is it for this video. If you'd like what you see, be sure to check out the rest of the channel. Yes, my hair is in braids right now. I thought it would be appropriate for this film. yes, I like Wednesday, and I identify with Wednesday Addams. Though possibly more with Morticia these days, considering I'm the mother of a small child. But be sure to check out the rest of the channel. I did cover the Addams family. I try to cover mostly family films and media stuff. A lot of my stuff is a little bit more educational. Sometimes I do fun stuff. I like doing the fun stuff. I did cover the first Addams Family film, trying to find family-friendly stuff to cover during the spooky season. I do love the spooky season. I'm very far away from the spooky season right now. It's February. By the time you guys see this, it will be October, obviously. I cover serious stuff. I cover fun stuff. I have another book review that's I cover picture books to middle grade, high school. Sometimes I cover more serious stuff, but that's almost few and far between. I try to stick to the young cuts. I try to stick to elementary and high school age when it comes to my stuff, because it's educational. We are a homeschooling family, even though by the time you guys see this, my daughter will be 4. She's 3.5 now. I film when she's asleep because it's 8 o'clock at night. So you see me yawning. That is why. And then I'll throw in I throw in a few travel stuff on Wednesdays and other random stuff like board games and other event stuff that I can when I can. But again, I have a very active very school child right now, so it's hard to film the more unusual videos, so we will get there. Right now, I do book reviews on Mondays, film reviews on Fridays, or media. Sometimes I cover various educational YouTube channels and YouTube episodes, things like Crash Course, PBS Eons. Mostly I stick to PBS, except for I think I do another one called Tea Time with Lindsay Holiday, who does historical stuff, and I found a treasure trove of stuff that fits in with some of my stuff. I also do book series. I've covered this year alone. And I'm going to continue this doing book series alongside my more themed topics. The Princess Diaries, The Lioness Rampant by Tamora Pierce, the Immortals Quartet by Tamora Pierce. I have already covered her Circle of Magic quartets. You can check those out. The Guardians of Ga'Hoole. What I believe is working on right now is the another Meg Cabot series, which is I'm looking at one of the books. Ellie Finkel's Rules for Girls. So that's only about six books, as opposed to the Guardians of Ga'Hoole, which I think in total, including everything that I covered, was like 17. I'm going to go back to Catherine Lasky near the end of the year, covering her wolves and then her polar bears that will jump into 2023. That's going to be followed by the graphic novels of the Animorphs, because I can't get a hold of the 20-book paperback series. My library doesn't have it. Not really. It's sparse. So it used to be really, really popular, but now, the libraries aren't carrying it quite as much. I don't know. It's just not as popular. So I'm going to cover the graphic novels, which are coming out. So there are only 3. Then I'm going to go to the Anne of Green Gables, where I'm going to cover each book, and then I'm going to look at the Anne of Avon, the Avonlea film series. If you were in the U.S., this around my age, which is the early 90s, this aired on Disney as The Road to Avonlea, and I am slowly collecting the entire book series, TV series. So I'm going to be covering that alongside that. And I think I'm going to go to the Boxster Children. This stuff is still in planning. So again, it's February of 2023. You know where my brain's at. But that is it for this video. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Check out what I've got. Look forward to more. And leave a positive comment if you have one. Thank you.